So guys, today I have some live trading for you. I traded both Tesla and Nvidia to the downside after CPI. I hope that you guys enjoy the live trading. I hope it helps you see how I take these trades in real time, how I execute them, how I manage them, and I hope you learn something from these videos, and I hope it helps you in your trading journey as well. Now in today's video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to pause the live trading at certain moments while you're watching it so that I can do a voiceover and really talk through exactly what I was thinking at that time. You will hear me talk live on the voice chat in the Discord community, so you can hear my live commentary at that time. But I want to add some commentary after the fact so I can really dive in deep and explain exactly what I was thinking at that time and how I was planning my trades and managing my trades. So I hope you guys do enjoy today's video. Really just some raw live trading for you on both Nvidia and Tesla to the downside. If you guys enjoyed after watching, press that like button, subscribe to the channel for more. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So guys, my first trade of the day here was on Tesla. It was off a 121.50 previous low from the prior day. I took a break and retest on this level, and I want to go ahead and do the chart analysis on this first, the live trade, and during the live trade we'll talk about what I was thinking during the trade. So the analysis really started here on the hourly chart. I think this hourly chart did mean a lot for me looking for downside in general on Tesla. On this hourly chart, we can very clearly see the rejection points here around this 124 level, right? Tesla has not been able to get over this 124 level, and even after CPI today, we rejected 124 once again. So when I saw that, I definitely got a little bit interested in playing downside on Tesla. You can see 124, 124, 124 all right here, a very difficult level for Tesla to get over. Now, if we go to the 5-minute chart, and we look at the previous day, trading day, and today, we can spot this level right around this 121.50. Right in this general area, 121.50, we can see Tesla found support there intraday yesterday, found support again intraday yesterday, found support again intraday yesterday, found support off 121.50 about 3 times yesterday. Again, in the pre-market, we can see this general area held up pretty well. And so today, I was looking to see, can Tesla break that support from the prior day? If it breaks that 121.50, my thought process would be that it would continue lower under that level, and I could try to scalp a break and retest of that level intraday. Now, if we go to the 1-minute chart, this is going to really highlight how important it is for you to watch this trade live, because if I go to this 1-minute chart, you can see that this 121.50, yes, it did break, and yes, it did reject it, but this just looks like a straight downside move. Now, when you watch the live recording, you will see how this candle right here, this was the 933 candle. You will see what that 933 candle showed. I was talking in the voice chat how I wanted to see a green move on that 933 candle. I wanted to see that candle push back into 121.50, start to show rejections. Now, in hindsight, when we look at this chart after the fact, it's pretty difficult to explain why I would have entered there. But when you watch this live recording, you will see the attempt of this 933 candle to get back into 121.50 and a very aggressive failure of that level, and that is where I took my entry. So that was my entry on Tesla. That was my thought process here, but I think it's more valuable to just watch this live, so let's go ahead and jump into that. Tesla's under yesterday. Okay, Tesla's under support there at 121.50. Interesting. Okay, Tesla's starting to weaken here. I'm going to look to see if we reject 121.50 on Tesla here. I want to see if I can grab a nice little break and retest of 121.50 here on Tesla. That could have been the entry there. I hesitated for a second. I'm gonna wait one more candle here. I want to wait for one more candle here on Tesla. If this candle can reject 121.50 here, I might look for it. So guys, I want to jump in here real quick. You can see on this candle that we're starting to push back to the upside, right? I waited that next minute. I didn't want to get in on that overextended red candle, so I waited one more candle, look to see if we can get a green candle here, and if we do, does it reject 121.50? Now, I've talked about it in previous videos. If that red candle just continued lower, I would have totally missed this trade. I would have not got my entry, and I would have missed my entry there. But I was able to get this green candle that pushed back into the 121.50, and that is where I got my confirmation. All right, I'm taking that. Stop over 121.50 on Tesla. Tesla puts 121 puts. Stop over 121.50. Really tight stop. Looking for a little scalp to the downside here. Very key breakdown. Good. All right, gonna take some off there. Nice win, $200 win. Boom. Nice start. Let's see if we can stay under 121.50 here. Nice. Good move. Beautiful. Take a little bit more off there. Holding a little bit, so I'm going to start scaling out. Take my profits as I get them. Beautiful start. I might try to hold this for more with the lighter size here. Tesla, beautiful, man. Love it. You really don't have much support here on Tesla if the market does start to move lower. Next support really comes in around, maybe around this 120, but after that, 119. Okay, we broke 120. That's good. I'm going to take one more off there. Left with 2 contracts. Nice. It's a slip and slide there on Tesla, man. Congrats, guys. Gonna go down to 1 contract. Pretty much lock it all up. Nvidia under 160.50 there. That's big. Watch Nvidia under 160.50. All right, my stop loss on my last contract on Tesla is going to be the 9 EMA. I'm going to give it a little space here. So guys, you heard me just say that I'm going to wait for the 9 EMA to take my last contract off. The reason I'm doing this is because I've scaled out of 9 out of 10 contracts. Really, if the stock bounces, it really can't affect me much on one contract. And now is when I'm using that 9 EMA to just let one contract, or even if you want to have 2, 3, however you feel comfortable with, now I can let that stock sort of slide. I can let it continue lower, and I can just use that 9 EMA as my stop loss. 9 EMA. Just let that milk out the one last contract. Can't really hurt me. Look how clean that was. Look at that. Let's watch that. Really nice rejection on Apple, guys. Textbook breaking retest right there. Hopefully it follows through for you. That's really what you're hoping for now. So guys, you saw that trade live. You saw how that 933 candle popped back into that 121.50 and started to reject. Now that is exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for that previous low, that previous support to turn into a rejection point. That is a very short-term break and retest, a break of that key level of 121.50, an attempt to get back into it, sellers taking control at that level, and then I can scalp that downside, really milk the profits out of this Tesla trade, continued to hold this thing with the 9 EMA. This is where the 9 EMA comes in on my strategy. Not so much for the entry anymore, but more of the fact of letting winners ride, using that 9 EMA as the trend, and once that trend starts to change, that's where I'll take my profits on a few runners. So that was the first Tesla trade. I hope you enjoyed that live recording of it. I think it gives you a good insight as to why I got in on that candle. So now let's go ahead and jump into the next trade, which is Nvidia. So guys, the next trade that I have for you is on Nvidia. This was again a downside break and retest play from early morning, and the key level that I was watching here today was around this 160.5. It was right from these previous highs. We had some 160.5 rejections here, and we had some rejections yesterday near close. So this 160.50 area was something that I was watching. Now, in the pre-market today, we were trading above that level. We pulled back to it on CPI, and we held it in the pre-market. So I knew This area was important. This 160.5, 160.3, anywhere in that 20-cent range was an important level on Nvidia. These were previous highs. If we were to hold these previous highs, then Nvidia could potentially move to the upside. But what we'll see here is that Nvidia gave up that level in the early morning trading and actually turned it into a rejection. So once I saw Nvidia turn 160.50 into a rejection, I knew that Nvidia was coming back below a previous high, turning it into a rejection, and that is a level that I can play off of. If it goes back above 160.50, I get stopped out. But knowing the break and retest, knowing this strategy, if a previous high turns back into a rejection point, then the likelihood is that it's going to continue lower. So if I go to the 1-minute chart here, you are going to see early morning. I'll go ahead and zoom into today's price action. You're going to see right here, just about 4 or 5 minutes after open, we move to the downside under 160.50. You can see it right here. Look at these candles, right? The 933 candle here, the 934 candle here, even the 935 candle here, and even the 936 candle all showed wick rejections at that exact 160.50 level. So I knew after seeing 3-4 minutes of rejections at my key level, I have to put risk on. That is my strategy. This is aligning perfectly. I have to go for it. Now, the reason I am so confident in taking a trade here is because if I put the trade on, right, we talk about this all the time, my risk is if we get maybe back up above 160.60, maybe I give it 160.55, I give it a few cents above that level, but if it starts to look strong over that retest level, I'll take my loss, but I know that that is a very good risk to reward, right? In this case, it was all the way back down to 155. That is a huge risk to reward. Break and retest, key level 160.50. You guys can see we got very nice wick rejections at that level. And now I want to go ahead and run the live recording. You will see exactly when I got in and how I managed this position. Yeah, watching Nvidia back into this 160.50 area. So guys, I want to quickly explain why I took my entry here. On that previous candle, that green candle, you can see it ended with a pretty aggressive wick off that 160.50 zone that I had marked out. Now my plan here is if I see it move back above that wick, back above that 9 EMA, and back above that green zone, then I would be stopped out of the trade. But after seeing that confirmation, after seeing that wick, after seeing the market move lower, I was confident to take my entry there after that wick rejection. That Nvidia rejection of 160.50 is pretty nice there. Little bear flag on Nvidia into 160.50 doesn't look bad. Nice Nvidia breakdown there. Anyone catch Nvidia on the retest? 160.50, very nice there. You guys caught that? Nice. Make sure to take some off. Look at that Apple rejection, 133.50. Nvidia sick. Tesla still going, still holding one contract. Really nice. Nvidia 160.50, Apple 133.50, every single level we talked about this morning. All perfect rejections. So guys, that's just about all that I have. I hope you did enjoy watching those live trades, hearing my thought process during the time, but also including those voiceovers so I can get really deep into what I was thinking at that moment. If you enjoyed today's video, if you enjoyed the live trades, make sure to press that like button, subscribe to the channel for more of these. I always post live trades on this channel. If you're new here, I try to get as many live trades here on YouTube for you guys to learn from. If you want to trade live with me, what you heard today was straight from the Discord community where I trade live every single morning. If you want to join us, the link is down in the description as well. Thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks again for all the support. I hope you're having a successful start of 2023, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.